So I recently closed a deal where I was speaking with this company, and the guy had a lot of issues with the contract that we sent to him. We went back and forth on, hey, what does this mean? What if this happens? What if this happens? Or how do you go about solving this? And all of that legality stuff. And he actually even ended up sending me a 7 minute long video where he just goes over step by step. Okay, here's the issue I have with this. What does this mean? How do you go about solving this? And he literally, the whole is a 7 minute long video where he just goes over every single detail and every single issue that he had with the contract that I sent to him, right? And it had me thinking a lot about how a lot of you beginners, because most of the people that watch my channel are beginners. They're either in the process of starting a business, they want to start a business, or they already started and they're in that beginner phase. But going through the situation, I've been thinking about how a lot of you beginners actually overthink too much and don't take action on going ahead and starting your business and going full throttle ahead, right? So a lot of people who will be like, I need a fancy logo before I start my business. I need a website. I don't know what business model to run. How do I, go about running a sales call? Do I need to register my LLC? Do I need a contract on assigned clients? How do I formulate a contract? And these are all valid questions. Don't get me wrong. These are all valid questions to have. But for most of these questions, you just figure it the fuck out by just starting. Because think about it. In my scenario, I just closed this guy and my contract was all fucked up. He sent me a 7 minute long video detailing how all of these, like, hey, you need to fix your font on this. You need a grammar fixed here. You need to, adjust this. You need to do this and this and this. But I still ended up signing him even with a fucked up contract. Whereas other people in my scenario might be like, oh, I can't send this contract over, or I can't sign clients yet because I don't have a cool contract that shows professionalism and it shows legality and all of that stuff. And because my contract doesn't show those things, the guy's not going to sign. But in reality, that's a BS excuse that you're making in your head. In my situation, I just figured it the fuck out. I sent him the contract. He kicked it back, detailing all the problems that he had with the contract, and I just adjusted it, sent it over again, signed, boom, done. Problem solved. And if you're going through these problems, or if you're thinking about what if this happens, I need this, let me give you an example of how you might want to run it, right? So for example, let's say you want to start an SMMA or agency, whatever, right? So you start, right? You know what service to sell. You start sending out outbound messages. You start sending out DMs to people. And you actually end up booking a call, right? Well, then now you're like, okay, fuck. How do I run a sales call? My call is next Monday. How do I actually go about running a sales call? Well, my brother, you have, let's say, a week to solve this problem. So go on YouTube, learn some templates if you need to. Go watch Jordan Belfort, Alex Hormozi, Grant Cardone, whoever it may be. And just learn how to fucking operate a sales call. Pretty fucking simple, right? Then you might hop on the call and you close the guy, let's say. And which is very unlikely. You're probably not going to close your first ever sales call. But let's say you close this guy. So you end up closing the guy, and then you're like, fuck, well, now I need a contract, right? Like, I'm trying to be professional here. How do I, formulate a contract for SMMA so that he can actually, see me as like a valid business that he's working with? Which is, again, a very valid question. Then you learn how to formulate a SMMA contract. Again, go on YouTube, go on Google. You even use ChatGPT. Let me give you a secret here on contracts. ChatGPT is really, really good at giving out contracts or just generating contracts. It passed the lawyer exam, the bar, I believe. But anyway, a problem arises, let's say the contract. You go on YouTube, Google, ChatGPT, learn how to solve that problem, send the contract over, and boom. Problem is solved. You see what I'm getting at here? Instead of just overthinking it, and instead of just saying, I need this before I start, I need to do this before I start, I need to do this before I start, just simply start, and when the problem arises, figure it the fuck out, and you'll be completely fine, bro. Trust me, you'll be completely fine. You don't need to be like, I need a logo before I start. I need to learn sales before I start. Nah, bro, just start it, and when that problem arises, just figure it out along the way. Or if it's a problem like sales or website, just start outbound, start outreach, start learning about your service and learn sales on the side. You don't need to wait to learn all of these skills. You don't need a fancy website before you start. Just do it on the side or just start it, and when the problem arises, figure it out and solve that problem. I've been watching Daniel Fazio, Cold Email Wizard, a lot, and if you're an agency owner, highly recommend you watch him. But he talks about a common trait amongst successful people, or the most common trait amongst successful people, is the ability to just figure it the fuck out. So what he means by that is they don't know how to solve a problem yet. It's that they know how to figure out how to solve that problem. So I'm going to say it once more. They don't know how to solve a problem yet. It's that they know how to figure out how to solve that problem. And this is what you need to do. Stop making these BS excuses of, I need to learn this, or I need to do this, or I need to get all of my things right. Nah, just start today. Literally start today and take action. And if you have questions like, what do I need to do this for this problem? What do I need to do this for this problem? Then just figure it along the way. Trust me. Stop overthinking it. Because what's the worst that could happen? Here's me as a business owner sending a fucked up contract with grammatical errors with, weird ass legalities to a Forbes business owner, a guy that has been featured on Forbes, and yet I still end up signing him. Because I didn't overthink it. I just took action, went along the way, and when the problem arose, I simply solved the problem. Simple. You are wasting time just sitting there making up imaginary problems when you should just be taking action and starting. Because trust me, bro, your future self, the best version of you that I know and you know that you can be, will thank you for starting as soon as possible. So I know this one might have been a short one. It's a rant, but this is a very, very, very common problem I see amongst all beginners, and I genuinely want to solve this for you. Just take action, brother. That's all you need to do. You will learn more from taking action and failing and learning from experience than you will studying and learning and getting ready before even doing anything. Trust me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.